Hello and welcome, Sensational Scorps. My name is Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here to do your April Tarot Astrology. Well, there's a lot going on in the world at the moment, but this month in April, you're likely to be very much interested in what's going on in your home, okay? Because you do have Mars there all month. So there could be a lot of activity going on. Perhaps you're cleaning, redecorating or something like that. If it's not your actual physical home, it could be to do with your family, okay? So there seems to be a lot of passion and a lot of motivation for getting things done. So just be careful that in April that you're not at each other's throats, especially if you're living together and you don't normally live together because of all the circumstances in the world about COVID-19. Perhaps you moved home or something like that, and there's extra people in the house, and so it might take a little bit of adjustment to get used to each other, I guess. Alrighty, let's go to the board now, and what I'm going to do is draw some cards which will be theme cards for the beginning of the month and the end of the month. So to give you a bit of a key theme that you can look to, sorry, I'm coughing, that you can look to throughout the month. Okay, so the beginning of the month, there you go, that one just jumped out. There's two cards there. Oh, right, great. Beautiful cards, in fact. All right, I'm going to go with both of them. The Magician card, all about manifesting your heart's desires, bringing spirit down to earth, making it physical and making it real. You'll see up here the infinity sign of spirit, and down here the pentagram, the earth. So you're bringing it down to earth by the actions that you take. This could be in relationship. There's red roses all around the card here, or your hopes and dreams. See, there's red candles down the bottom, okay? But action will be taken, okay? So that's the first half of the month. And on top of that one is the World card. Sorry, I'm not going to put it on top. I'm going to put it here. I'm getting to put it here, so I'm going to put it at the end. Just that the two cards flew out at once. The World. This kind of backs this up because it's about being grounded and practical with the foot down on the planet and the other foot up in space in spirit. Okay, so you're hearing what spirit, or you're picking up what spirit wants you to pick up. You're getting the message. You'll see the staff in this lady's hand here. Staff is about royalty and divinity, okay? So you are the king and queen of your own life. The gold wrap is about being adorned in gold by spirit. It's not about a label. It doesn't make any difference what brand of clothes you wear or anything like that. Nothing to do with that. But it is about spiritually evolving to a much higher vibration. So this is just beautiful. The world is your oyster. You can, more or less chart your own course, which is really exciting. Now, yes, I did mention before about Mars here in your fourth house, and a lot of activity around the home and the family. Just be careful of arguments. All right, so on the 4th, Venus goes into your 8th house here, and the 8th house is all about other people's money. It's also all about intimacy, sex, taboo type subjects, okay? So, Sensational Scorps. You could really, with Venus there, you could really attract a wonderful lover. It brings a beautiful warmth and closeness and intimacy into your love life, okay? It's also to do with other people's money, and if you're going for a loan, you're likely to be successful. Venus brings money often and good luck, okay? So Hidden things from the past can come up also, but with Venus, it's likely to be, something very pleasant or positive. Okay, so the 8th sees a full moon in your 12th house over here. So you may be getting more activity in your subconscious. Your dreams might be more vivid than usual. Your meditations, if you've got any clairvoyance, the ability to see, the second sight, you might start seeing more than usual, okay? With the full moon bringing stuff up like that, it can actually help you get clarity on an issue if you're, mulling over something, and stuff will come up for release and healing, and then you can get clarity. The 12th sees Mercury going into your 6th house of everyday work. So a lot of messages and communications back and forward. It's your habits, it's your everyday routine and your everyday life. It's also your health and well-being. So there could be a lot of communications about your health or well-being. And I just got the bit of a flash there for some of you. That includes your siblings, discussing health and well-being with siblings. Just came through. Okay, so the 20th sees the sun going into your 7th house. Here's the sun here. And also a new moon. That's a new moon, by the way. My circles are not very round, I'm sorry. All right, so the sun going into the house of committed relationships. So this is your partner, whether it be a business partner or a marriage or someone like a husband or a wife. And it can also be a work colleague, but someone that you've worked with for a long time. You have a very close relationship. And it can be legalities and open enemies even. So isn't it funny how it might be a husband, but then it's about legalities and then it's about open enemies. But less so. Mostly it's to do, most often it's to do with your closest significant other. With the sun going there, there's some insight and awareness and even happiness. You might find your bond strengthening, okay, and your relationship going to a deeper level. You could buy a house, have a baby, or get pregnant, or in some way commit to each other, or maybe renew your vows or something like that. Okay, so that's your horoscope. Let's have a look now at the cards and see week by week for you sensational Scorpios what comes up week by week. Let's see. First week of April for sensational Scorpios. Just looking for a card that one will do. Closing my eyes now. Chicken dinner, chicken winner. I don't know what that is. I'm getting something about chicken. Are you having chicken tonight? I don't know. What was that ad that used to be on TV? Chicken tonight. Something like that is in my head anyway. I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're coming up with the Two of Wands. In some way, you may have been hemmed in to a certain situation, blocked in, but now there's a gap and you can step over the stone wall and be free once again. I know that sounds strange, as many of us are confined to, our houses at the moment, but maybe it means that you can be freer in yourself, okay? Spiritually. She's wearing blue, so it's all about expression, and she's also wearing red, which gives her the power and gives her sort of motivation to be active. That's about activity. Baseball bats, getting things done. The rocks here, about the earth again, there's some practicality. But Spirit's also here to see this balloon of the earth that's in the sky. So Two of Wands, breaking free of a limiting situation, okay, or a restrictive situation, even if it's just in yourself. Second week of April for sensational Scorpios. Let's see what comes out. Going with that one on top, closing my eyes. I get the colour yellow. Yellow, I feel a sense of power, empowerment, getting stronger, more confidence, and also digestive issues. If you've had something going on in your stomach or digestive tract, there may be a breakthrough of some description, or perhaps you start to feel better. Okay, so that card is the Two of Swords. Okay, so with this, it relates to the past a lot, because see here, there's some reflections going on in the background. So this is telling you that the situation that you're looking at the moment, you may not necessarily be seeing it 100% clearly, because these shadows are in the background. So we all do that. We have a lens that we look at a situation now and we think that we know what's going on, but of course it's formed by our experience and the chemicals and the neuronal networks that are already in our brains from previous experiences that may have had similarities in some way. The swords are definitely about thinking, and they're about cutting off energy or cutting through something to get to the core of the matter so that we can understand it and we can deal with it, okay? I know a lot of tarot readers don't really like swords, but they're so useful to be able to think straight, you know, and understand what's really happening, so that you just don't accept what you're being told, okay? I don't care if it's your lover, your father, your mother, your government, who it is. Don't just accept what they're telling you, okay? This is about cutting through, dissecting, classifying, analysing, so you can understand for yourself. And do remember, everything that you decide, the decisions you make, what you think, are influenced by these shadows in the past, alrighty? And if you're aware of that, then you can take that into consideration. I'm not actually getting... Sometimes when I get that card, it feels like there's something come back from the past. Yeah, well, okay, it can come back. Somebody comes back. I don't feel it as strongly as what this time, when I'm reading it right now. I don't feel it very strongly that somebody's coming back, but just your own internal machinations and you know, how you think about something is coming back, okay? Third week of April for sensational Scorpios. Let's see what going with that one. Purple, the colour purple, all about royalty, which is a symbol of divinity. You know, in years, centuries gone past, of course, royalty. You know, being royal in Egyptian times, it was like they were demigods. You know, they were regarded as gods by the population. Well, of course, we don't think that about royalty anymore, but it's because royalty is like a physical symbol of spiritual gods, so to speak, if you can understand what I'm trying to say there and getting mucked up in the process. All right, so here we have the Four of Pentacles. This is about your money or your possessions. Interestingly, there's a bat in the background, so I'm going to say that, you know, that could be COVID-19, coronavirus, and your money supply during what's going on at the moment. A lot of people have lost their jobs in Australia and in the US, in many countries, the UK, so many countries people have lost their jobs. So money is, you know, quite an important issue. I know there are some packages coming in some countries anyway, certainly here in Australia and the US, where the government's basically handing out money to people who have lost their work. Okay, and our Prime Minister has just given another briefing, another press conference, basically saying this is for at least 6 months. Well, thank God that they're actually telling the truth for a change, because I know it's for a considerable amount of time. And there's all sorts of talk about, this will be fixed by Easter. No, it's not going to be fixed by Easter. It's not going to be fixed in April, okay? Even if the numbers go down, which they haven't even peaked yet. They're not going to go down before they peak. They're rising every single day. They're not going down. Even in Australia, where we've had some good news tonight, where the rate of increase is going down, but every day there's more and more people that have contracted coronavirus. So our government has been doing something, and credit where credit is due. I'm thankful that they are doing something, and they are working on it very hard, I believe. Still, the rate of increase is too high. Okay, so they need to do more, and I feel there will be more restrictions coming. So this is saying that money is an issue, but with skill, the money will come through. And I just feel that this might be through your own, methods of earning money, whether that be online or through your government, that you receive some benefits from your government. You'll see here in the background there's mountains. These are mountains to climb, spiritual mountains. It doesn't come easy. Even if you know that the money is coming, it's still going to be some weeks without it. And I think our government announced it last week that they were sending money to people, and different amounts for different situations, so I won't go into all of that, but just know, yes, there is money coming, and you're going to be okay. All right, that's the third. That could even be that's when you get it, because they've signed, I know in America they've signed President Trump signed a big bill, to get that money out. So it could be the middle of the month that it actually arrives in your bank account. And the same for Australia as well. Okay, so let's now go to the 4th week of the month for you, sensational Scorpios. 4th week of the month. And, all right, so 2 cards jump out. And I'm going to read that as the 4th, and then I'm going to read the next one as the 5th. Okay, so this is the Emperor, and this is the perfect card for government. Okay, so money that you receive may have strings attached to it. Okay, just because you want money doesn't mean you'll get money. You have to be eligible for money. So there could be strings. This energy here can be quite dominating. But it doesn't have to be necessarily a negative thing. As long as you play by the rules, whatever it is, whatever those rules are, this will work out, okay? So don't be concerned that you've got, an emperor here. It depends if he's going to be a dictator or not. But play by the rules and you'll be fine, okay? This card also jumped out at the same time, which is the Queen of Wands. So we've got the Emperor here and the Queen of Wands here. This is a woman who's really in touch with her feelings, especially her motivation. She's going to get stuff done. She's going to achieve. No matter what has happened during the month, she's going to get what she wants. She's dressed in blue because she's expressing herself. Seated on a wooden throne with her feet on the ground, with a beautiful wild cat here at her feet. So she's being practical and realistic, but she's also in touch with her natural instincts. And that actually looks like a Bengal cat. I've got 2 Bengal cats, and they are quite wild, but beautiful creatures. Okay, so she can listen to her natural instincts. She's got sunflowers up the top here. That's about the sun, inside awareness and happiness. And this is like you achieve something and you're proud of yourself, and justifiably so, because you've achieved something. So that's a lovely card to finish off the month with sensational Scorpios. So we can see there that we have Wands, Swords, Pentacles, the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. So a lot of fiery motivational energy, but quite, a balanced spread over the month. So it's a month of achievement, even though I know the situation's changing, and it's changing very quickly. In fact, as the governments, they bring in different restrictions and things like that. Things will never be the same, but you can still achieve. This is going to set you off in a new direction, in fact. And humanity is having a great big reset now, and we need to have it. So do try to find the silver lining in everything that's happening, because humanity needs to realize that we're all together in this, we're all connected, and we're also connected with the earth and all her inhabitants, and we need to love and respect each other and the earth and all the creatures on this planet. So thanks so much for listening today. I really appreciate that, and give me a like if you found this helpful. Subscribe, and don't forget to share it with your friends. But have a very insightful month, and I shall see you again soon. Okay, bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.